Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to the shipyard once again for another day of building our Enterprise NCC-1701-D. And I've got issue 11 all here. We're ready to get started. We're going to be making some good progress with the neck section. We're going to be closing it up in this issue. We're not going to be quite 100% finished with that. That should be happening, I think, in the next issue. But yes, I'm looking forward to getting this progress done. Be nice to close in that side of the neck, so let's get on with it. So to start off, we've got to take this little bit of the side of the neck, and we've got a reflector panel that needs to go over on here, and then we need to start wiring in some of the lights that we've got here. So I need to try and shimmy some stuff around, so I've got some room to work. So the wiring job was nice and simple on that. All of that is now fixed in, and we get to put that aside for a minute. We will be getting more windows and another reflector panel to go on the other side, and then later on we'll get to seal the rest of this all in, and then it's just adding like all of the little decorative bits and stuff that's going to cover all the screws. So the neck is coming along nicely. And next up we've got a couple of saucer plates to do. So this one, which came with this issue, and also this one which we've had sitting around for a little while, for a couple of issues now I think, and they're basically designed to go together like that, so that's why we've been waiting. And oh, next thing, I got the grooves stuck together and then they just didn't want to separate. There's a source of separation or something, I don't know. I just work here. Right, those two panels are done. Now we've got to get the saucer, and we've got to start fixing some more of the lighting into place before we can go about fixing things in. I'm going to get all of the screws out ready, just so that I'm somewhat prepared, I think. I don't know. So for reference, the two panels that we've got here are going in this space along this side of the saucer. We're just going to be kind of continuing things around. I think we might be getting, you know, a complete halfway point along there by the time we're done with this issue. So we've got to take the light from here. Well, I think that's been stuck in a bit tight, but that should hopefully just about sneak its way into this little gap here. And then there should be another one somewhere under here. I think it might be this one. I think that's got to go in there. I think. Yes, I think that is the right one. Okay, cool. I know where I'm at. So now I've got to hope that these lights are going to actually stay in place while I get the rest of this all screwed in. So this is where the fun begins. Right, so that first panel's in. But now we've got to take the lights that were sent out with this part as well. They've got to go into these two slots, and then we can get the other panel installed and move on to the next bit. Well, obviously test the lights and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's get it on. Why did I say that? What's going on with me? I'm recovering from a cold. I'm going to blame any nonsense today on the fact that I still feel a little bit stuffy and ick. You know, despite the appearance, I haven't got any hyper sprays. That's the doctor's job, and I don't know where the fuck they've gone. And we're all in. Fantastic. Nothing looks to be all messed up, so I'm going to take that, and it's time to test some lights. Oh no. One of the windows in here has come loose. I wondered why I was struggling to try and screw stuff in. That's a culprit. Oh, you bugger. A couple of them have come loose, actually. That's not helpful. I don't get it. That's just not setting right. Don't tell me I've got another poorly moulded piece. Oh, fuck's sake. Looked fine earlier when I was doing this. Okay, I don't get it, because all the pieces are sitting in fine. They're sitting flush with things. I don't know why some of them just seem to be wanting to wiggle loose. Is it something to do with, like, the piece they're attaching to? Might be, because they're not quite they're not quite flush, so let me loosen these a bit, and then we'll do them all together. Do them all at once. Okay, finally got there. What happened was the reflector panel on this piece needed to kind of clip around like one of the screw holes. It had like a little bit of a mount sort of thing, and it wasn't clicking into place, and that's why it wouldn't settle. But the amount of times that I've screwed and unscrewed that piece, I've given myself a bloody blister on my finger now. Where's an EMH when you need one? Right, now, nearly 50 minutes after I started this recording, we can move on to the next stage of assembly. What a lovely time. So we've got to take this next piece of deck plating and just do the usual business. Ooh, texture feels nice on that one. Cool. Right, let's get some windows, escape pods and all that good stuff in. A couple of reflector panels to go about getting in there, along with some more lights, and then a little bit more window stuff for the neck. Just decided to throw those windows everywhere and be right back. Okay, the escape pods and windows are all done. So the panels here are going to be going this way, and we need to take a couple of sets of lights. So we've got one that is a double and then a single. So the single, get this the right way around, is going in on the left side here, along with that one there. And then we can just pop this in place, if I can find the right spots. There it is. And secure that in with some Dungeon Master screws. There we go. Assembly done, lights are working. Winner winner, replicated chicken dinner. So we've got to take this piece that we've just done, and that's got to kind of, it's got that funky thing where we've got to hook it under the piece that's in front of it. So there's going to be slotting in here once I've not got all the wires in the way, and then yeah, get that fixed in and we'll be good to go. So let's get it on. Why am I talking like this? And we're looking good. Everything's nice and flush. Yeah, like that. What's next? Wiring. That helps. Ooh, one thing we get to do as well, we get to put this little slim piece just in here so we can close off essentially this front half of the top of the saucer section. So we got to put this in that space there, and yeah, that front half of the front half of the top of the saucer is just about done. Still got like phaser strips and a couple of other bits that we need to throw on as well, but we are almost there. Alright, there we go. That's coming together really well. I like that. Yeah. For now we can put that aside. We've got to get back to the neck, because we've got to slap a piece of window on it. That's it. There we go. It's the end of that stage. That was definitely worth waiting for. And to kickstart stage 41, we have got a nice exterior bit of the hull. So you know what time it is. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Right, our deck panel is done. Let's fix that onto the frame. Which, where's that going? Oh, I see, right, okay, we're slinging that round the back. So this piece is going to be coming in here, right next to what we've been doing, well, around here with the impulse engine space. Right, so how do these thread through? Oh, piss. The light on this side wasn't meant to be firmly fixed in yet. I think I can just pull that out. Good. Okay. And I don't think I've knocked any light windows loose, which is good. Right, there's a quick test of the lights on that panel, and they're all looking good. Windows are all fine. Nothing's loose. Love it. Now we've got to go about tidying up some wires. Alright, there we go. Everything's all tied up nice and tight. I think we can put the saucer to one side for a bit. Because now comes the moment of truth, where we're putting our last reflector panel in on here. We've got a small, teeny little bit of plastic that needs to sit in where the torpedo launcher is supposed to go. And then we've got to close everything up. So, let's do this. Right, the reflector panel's all in. So now I've got to take this teeny tiny little bit of plastic and I've got to figure out how this slides in here. Oh, I see. There's a slot. Right, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You might just. Right in here, there's a tiny little slot for this little bit of plastic. So that's in there. Now we have to seal the deal. Now, I think I need to loosen this panel a little bit. I'm going to make sure I get all of these cables tucked away, because I don't want to crush anything. Oh, by the way, thank you to everybody in the comments on the last video for letting me know that the running or docking lights were correct. I'm clearly not up to date, or even in the slightest know when it comes down to how things get done on ships. But from what I've been told, is very much a modern day nautical thing as well, so yeah. I like that little attention to detail. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, God. Everything crunches. It's like my back. Well, this thing's reliance on everything just clipping into place is awfully optimistic. We seem to be struggling down the front. I'm just going to take this piece off for now so I can somewhat see what I'm doing in here. Because, oh, fuck. I need a bit more leverage. Where are the screws that I need? BM, those are the ones. Right, so this thing isn't closing as well as I would like. And I think it's because these little bits of plastic that are going around where the torpedo launcher is, they don't seem to be like lining up particularly well. Even once I'm starting to screw everything in, it just is badly formed around the plastic for the torpedo launcher. Or, you know, the little plastic that's meant to represent the light in there. So I'm going to carefully take that out. Now this piece seems fine, but yeah, something tells me I shouldn't be surprised at this point. So I'm going to have to go and find a small file, I'm sure I've got one somewhere, and just, you know, sort that out. Been here for nearly 2 hours and we've still got another stage to go. Right, success. It's all flush. Ah, brilliant. Now all I've got to do is put the little base plate back on that, and then we can make sure that the lights all look good. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely love it. Check out those curves. Oh. I love the way that torpedo light just glistens when I swing it around by the camera. Oh. Yes, this is good. This is progress. Progress is what we like to see. So we're not 100% done with this. I think we get to go about sorting out some of the little details that are all going to be underneath here, just to cover up some of the screws. And still have these clacking around. But for now I can put this to one side. So we have another bit of hull edge plate, a little bit more edging to do with this issue. That's what we like. I mean, you know, if you are into that sort of thing. Some people aren't, but, you know, I've got to edge this all the way around until it's done. There we go. Panel's done. Now we've got to get that onto the frame, and that's going to be going in the little gap that we currently have. Ooh, I'm going to need those. Those I need to fix it onto the frame. So we are going to be filling this little space here. So this needs to feed in like so. Whoop. And then we just have to fix the whole thing in. Give me a minute and I'll get that done. Right, and things are looking pretty good. It's not quite in as snug and as flush as I'd like, but I think that's probably going to come in when we get a panel in there, which I don't think will be this issue. No, we're coming around to the last of it for today, which is going to be a bit of a relief after how long this one's taken. But saucer is done for now. We can put it off to one side. For now, we get to bring ourselves back round to the neck, and we've got a few little bits and bobs that we just need to fix on. This is mostly little decorative kind of stickers, just to kind of close up some of the gaps that we've got, and to try and hide some of the more kind of construction work, as it were, with all the screws. Right, so this piece we're just putting in here, and that is a nice clean fit. I'm hoping that the adhesive backing on that is going to hold well. Time will tell. There we go. That's gone in quite nicely. So that's that bit done. We've got a couple of other pieces as well. This, what we got another one of the transporter emitters. That's from the first bit, so let me do that. Next up, we've got this slim little piece which needs to fit right in here, and that's quite nice and easy because that's got some little peg holes in there, so we can just press that in, and that will just fit in nice and snug. Another piece for down here as well. The paint job that they've done on all the pieces as well helps to make sure that you're getting all of this stuff in the right place, which is good. And then lastly, we've got these tiny little bitty baby pieces, and these are to cover up these little screw holes in the back. So we need one of these ones, because this one's all kind of slanty and jaunty, as it were. You need to come in right in the back there, and then one of these smaller, flatter pieces. It sits in that one there, and there we go. If I've cocked anything up in on this side, then, well, my fate is sealed in there as well, I guess. But otherwise, that side's looking pretty good. Other than this bit, that's like, you know, some of the light bleeding through some of these cracks is pretty much the only gripe that I've got with what we've done on the neck so far. But that is all we've got for this week. But now for what's been done, especially here with the neck, I'm really chuffed. Like, it feels like at least some of this is coming towards a completion, and no, I'm really pleased with this. I do have the next issue set aside. I will be getting down to work on that one as soon as I can. I know we're going to be doing some more with the neck. We'll be finishing up all of the kind of additional details over on the other side of it as well, along with putting some of the collaring in around here before we get to, make a start on the engineering section, which I'm really looking forward to. I really can't wait to start fleshing out all of the secondary hull. It's going to be a lot of fun. But for now, I'm going to wrap up this one up here. Just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do check out the playlist on the channel for other video content, music stuff, and yeah, plenty more Trek stuff as well. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off.